morning, trusting that you are well. Our dear viewer, wherever you are watching this broadcast from, 28 minutes to 9 in the morning, trusting that you are well, wherever you are getting us from. It has been a while to have you in studio here live. That is none other than the Emeritus Bishop, Dr. Isaakah Wawire. Today, we are privileged to have him. It has been a long, Bishop.
It's Happy New Year, actually. Happy New Year. It has been over a month.
Actually.
Over a month since we were on this.
That was December.
December, because I left, I went out. But I thank God I'm back.
Yes.
To the viewers of Uprising TV, social media, where you are watching us from, we are so glad that we are right together. Second month of the year 2025, year of acceleration, redemption, and grace of God. Amen. And I'm hoping you are doing well where you are. Of course, challenges can never miss in life. The challenges are the food of champions. If you don't have challenges, you can't grow. Challenges stretch us and they make us expand. We grow. Anytime you want to have an easy life that has no challenges, you are actually reclining yourself to a dead end. You will not grow. Growth requires that you are challenged. So this time we are glad there are challenges, and we are going to deal with them.
And we shall overcome. You see, like, when you talk of challenges, you remind me of a statement that normally says, who testifies must have once been tested.
Of course, yeah. You can't have testimony without testing.
Yes.
And you can't be triumph. Yes. You can't have triumph without trials.
Yes.
You can't have a trophy and you didn't fight anything.
Yes.
You didn't win anything. You are fake. You are fake. If you are having a trophy, you stole it. There was no sweat for you. There's nothing you accomplished. You are fake. You are fake. We call you a fake somebody. Yeah.
Welcome back, Bishop, because I've been following you when you were in mission in Nigeria.
Yes.
Following you online. Also, when you came back, we saw the Vihiga County prayers take place there at the church in Bale.
Yes.
Now, maybe before we dive into our focus of today, someone is just interested to know, how is Nigeria?
Nigeria is they're doing well,
yes,
but not so well, because the eastern Nigeria is struggling with the political system of the country, because the corruption there has gone through the roofs. Through the roof.
I heard you talk of the value of Kenya.
Yeah, I was there. I schooled there. I was there in 1990. In the part of 1991, I went to school there. So I studied there in the central or almost western Nigeria. Those sides of, you could say, Benin City.
Yes.
By then, their naira was 7 Kenya shillings. 7 Kenya shillings. So the money I went with from here, I changed it into dollars. When I went there, it was devalued. But right now, when I've gone, it is 13 Kenya naira for 1 Kenya shilling.
So the value of their money has depreciated.
So much. So much. You are talking about something over 20-something%, almost 30%.
That is serious.
In 30 years, that means almost 10% every year.
Every year.
That is a serious issue. And that's why everybody wants to leave the country.
Corruption is so much rampant.
Everybody is looking for a passport to leave the country, to go and settle somewhere. Because then, of course, with that, you know very well that what has brought all that to where it is politics. We have the north, and we have the south, and we have the east.
Yes.
And we have religion again playing very seriously. We have the Muslims mostly dominating in the government, and the Christians who are almost slightly a half, above a half, are not there. So it's like push and pull.
The issue of religion.
religion.
Challenge to them.
Oh, it's a still bigger challenge. That's why you hear people like Boko Haram. Yeah, you know, and quite a number of people in the parliament of different religions from Christianity, and therefore it is playing very negatively on the economy of the country. Very negatively.
Yes.
Very dangerous and very negative. And so, but in all, they have commodities. If you go to the market, you can't miss what you want. Everything is there. Like I was in a city called Onitsha in the east, in Anambra State, because we landed in Enugu. Enugu is right on the east. That's where we landed. It's not very far away from Cameroon. So that's where we landed, and then of course we went by road to there. It's a good country, and it's hot. It's extremely hot. But you know, look at this.
Yes.
Someone like Dangote. Dangote is in that country.
It's the richest guy in Africa.
And you know, cement is very cheap there. Cement is so cheap. Gas is not a problem. Because they produce a lot of gas, they produce a lot of oil.
They got minerals.
Yes, a lot of minerals. They have a lot of minerals, but it's all siphoned out by politicians.
Corruption is.
And they are building houses in the West and leaving their country. They are siphoning money to the Western country. They are leaving their country sinking. And everybody, you know, the greatest population is dissatisfied with the situation. A few people are up there enjoying. And, you know, the money in Nigeria and the resources in Nigeria can change Nigeria to be better than the US.
Very true.
In less than 10 years. If they got the right leadership
business
and strong will, America will come to borrow from Nigeria.
Because they got all that.
They have everything. Good weather, what big forests. Now, you know, that has made people are fearing to do many things, because now the armed robbers and the gangs, they control now the country.
Yes. Maybe, Bishop, if I may ask, because if at all you are given an opportunity maybe to talk to the Nigerian president or the leadership of Nigerian, and that is the executive, what would be an advice you would offer them? Because you see, that is the way we can say it's singing. Corruption is so much.
So what? So one of the things that I would tell the people is that the leadership should lead by example. Let them harness all the energy that they have, because they have personnel. The greatest thing you can ever have in this world is personnel. Nigeria is well populated and is a big country.
Yes.
These people have learned. They have gone to school. Very learned. Very learned. They are kusoma. Nigerians have gone to school. If they take all resources, the human resource, and put them and say, this is our resource number one. From there they come to the natural resources. They have immense natural resources, minerals of all kinds. Surrounded by big rivers and Atlantic Ocean. So which means when we come to food security,
they are secure.
And if you have food, and you have people who are thinking, and you have minerals, and they translate the minerals into manufactured and well-processed things, they start to export. What will stop the country like that?
Nothing.
The country will go. You don't need anything more than that. Those are three things are already enough. So now what comes there is goodwill, number one. Number two, shun tribalism and sectarianism.
So there is also tribalism in...
So much. Just like Kenya here.
I didn't expect that.
It's there. It's so bad. In fact, it's so bad. Now there, tribalism is there, number one. And number two, secularism, like the north and the south and the north. Because the north are pastoralists. The south are business people. And agriculture and business. But on the other side, pastoralists, the rare animals and business. And mostly business people come from the east, come from the south, everywhere. We would say it's like the central people here in Kenya. They are in the east now. They are all over. These are engineers people. These are industrious people. These are people who can survive in any condition, and they are good traders. They trade very well. Instead of everybody learning from them, this politics, this tribal something comes in again. And so, but the good thing is Christianity is vibrant. Christians are aggressive, radical. They are ready to stand. They are ready to stand.
We have heard of issues with Boko Haram, like kidnapping.
Yes. And you know, Christians would have kidnapped people also because they have got the capacity. But you know, our Christian faith does not advocate for that. We are not kidnappers. We want to release people. We are not kidnapping people. We release them in the name of Jesus. They be freed from demonic powers. We don't come and take them and demand ransom on them. So that the situation there is so bad, but we can't say we are even any better.
Now, as a country,
we are not dead. It's like a speck and a log in somebody's eye.
So generally, Africa, what is killing us is corruption.
Leadership is corrupt. You know, if the leadership stops corruption, down here they will learn from the leaders. They will see. These people don't want it. But there is no goodwill there. They talk by their mouth, but their hands are doing something else. They say, I'm not stealing, and I'm taking from ours, but they are stealing.
I was once given a story by a Nigerian pastor in one of the conferences that were taking place here. He talked of a leader who had stolen money from the government, and he had stored in more than 10,000 liters, and the tank was full of money.
Yes. They still put in the tank. They export money like we are exporting. They're exporting dollars. you are exporting tea, coffee.
Yes, but for them,
they export dollars. They put it there. It's going there, and there's somebody that's waiting for it there.
They tell you.
I'm telling you, this is it. This is Africa. It's called Africa. Somebody said Mwafrika nywele ngumu. Nywele, yani kichwa.
Nywele ngumu.
Yes. Yeah.
Goodwill is not there.
Goodwill is not there. I'm praying for Africa leadership. African leaders.
Yes.
I don't know what bewitched us. Because, you know, we were under colonial leadership.
Yes.
We should have learned from them something, but we didn't learn.
And you know, when you mentioned that, someone was telling me yesterday that we should have allowed those colonies to stay maybe a little bit longer for us.
For us, maybe. Because they left when we don't learn anything. We were fighting Waende. We were talking Mzungu Waende. But we didn't know what Mzungu was doing. Because had we known what they were doing before chasing them, so they would have gone, but we have remained with the technology, with the understanding, with everything. But now they went with everything, the way they used to run the country, they used to do. So they left us with heads which have not grasped anything.
South Africa tried to keep them a little bit longer.
But still, look at what is happening. Since they left. And then now, the man called Mandela Nelson held, the country just went very well. Look at the guys who came in, Kina Zuma, Kina who? Look at them.
Right now.
You know, from there, Mbeki tried. Thabo Mbeki tried. And then you could see everything was going. But this dancer and singer came in. He's dancing, people are singing, and he's stealing from behind here.
So, Africa generally.
They look the Mugabe type. You chase away people.
Yes.
They are the ones who know how to drive tractors. They are the ones who know how to do. Then you chase them out. And you have not trained your people. Tractors are there rotting. Machines are there rotting, and the farms are there, no food.
Collapses.
Now you have economies collapse. Your money cannot buy anything in any country.
You need a full wheelbarrow of coins to go buy a store.
Do you know that right now,
Yes.
if Zimbabwean want to buy something from outside, you have to take gold, go to Dubai,
Yes.
sell gold,
Yes.
get dollars,
Yes.
then come back,
Yes.
go to Tanzania and buy what you want on the open market. In this generation, when people are just using the computer, sitting in one place, and things are moving all over, you are carrying money all over like this.
Yes.
Can you imagine that?
We are still lagging behind.
We have a problem.
A bigger one. Bishop, I would like us to focus more on leadership as far as Africa is concerned. But while you were away,
Yes.
actually Trump was sworn in. And as he was sworn in, he came up with to about 26 executive orders.
That was, I think, the greatest. That number was the greatest we have ever had. Somebody coming up with
The executive
order. I think that was big.
Now, over the same, he made a number of changes to, after taking over from the former president, that is Joe Biden, considering that the issue also with homosexuality, he touched on it. He said, like, for him, he only knows of two genders. That is the female, you are either female or you are male. And you see, like, issues of transgender, also issues with homosexuality. He said him as a president is not going to support that. He believes in the scripture, and that is where the nation will anchor unto. Besides that, we have seen him go further, like some of the treaties, some of the agreements that were there, some of them that have already been withdrawn. One of them being the WHO funding that. You say that he's no longer going to fund it. Maybe to start with the issue with the homosexuality, and him only identifying with two genders, that is either you are male or female.
Now, you know that is Trump.
Yes.
And a man of that caliber, a president of a nation like America, voted in by majority of Americans.
True.
They are not fools.
True. That is America.
That's America. And from the value of the country and the power of the country as compared to other nations in the world,
Yes.
is the strongest, most powerful nation. So you cannot tell me that they chose a president that is not good. And that the president who is not normal, because you'll be telling me something that is opposite.
Yes.
It is not a reality, because from what I know, those people,
Who voted him are very normal.
they are very intelligent. They are very big. You cannot tell me that the Americans are fools.
Yes.
There are researchers, somebody who stays in the air like Elon Musk. Somebody who can change the economy of Kenya in a day.
I agree. Yes.
He can come here and give us strategies to revolutionize this country, and it will never be what it is. And we can match South Africa, we can match whatever, Egypt or something like right in a very short while. So you cannot tell me that these people have also to have chosen somebody like Trump. They have seen in Trump something that they need as a nation. With that reasoning, Trump looked at it. This thing of transgender,
Yes.
this thing of whatever, homosexuality and gay, is impacting negatively on the nation. Because the extent at which they had gone to schools, that your child who is in grade 2
Yes.
can go home and tell you, you gave her a clothes, a dress to go to school. She comes back and says, when they were in school, she felt like she's a boy.
Yeah, and she's a girl.
And she's a girl.
Felt.
She just felt. She's just feels. And then she's taken to hospital. Then they treat her to have hormones, the testosterone instead of the hormones of a girl. So she's put there, and they confuse the girl. So she thinks, and all of a sudden they have not even removed her secret parts. She's going to the toilet of the girls.
Yes. Now that
is that
she's feeling like a girl, now she's behaving like.
So if you feel like killing somebody, you kill.
You just kill because you just felt.
You feel like jumping out of the car
when it's running.
When it's running,
you just felt.
You just feel. I mean, is that where would you group people like that? So actually, Trump is saving America from self-destruction because it was going to destroy itself.
He emphasized on the same. He said the will of God.
Yes.
During creation.
Yes.
It was either you are man or
no, because you want to tell me that all doctors in America are sick. When the child is born, they give you a certificate, and they have not identified your gender. They have not gone to school.
Doctors in America.
Yeah, they not go to school. You want to tell them that they can't identify a girl from a boy. To give you a certificate to show that your child is a boy. I mean, how do you reason like that?
Yes.
Somebody who has studied for all these years, almost 12 years, their studies are very vigorous one. You finish, then you cannot handle a human being. You finish college 6 years, 7 years, but you cannot touch somebody alone. You take some more other years before you handle a human being. Now you can't tell them that they don't know this is a boy, this is a girl, so you must feel.
Because it has been a training of about 12
yes, 12 years.
In the field.
Now you want to abuse somebody like that who gave you that this one here is a boy, it's John. You go and Johnson, this is a boy. This is it. No more. Amelia cried well, everything is okay, and he's a boy. You want to tell him that person did not tell you the truth. So who is lying who? So Trump must have studied something. And see the trend that is happening in schools, it is impacting negatively on the nation. And so when he came in, he has mapped out everything. By the way, Trump came in when he had the cabinet was already formed during the campaign. It's not that it's somebody like in Kenya here, you come and then you start to coming together, you just take some hooligans from everywhere and put them anywhere. No. They have already done everything. They know who will do what, You'll be Attorney General, you will be for special programs, you will be this and this. They are set everywhere.
Applications have already been done. And
that time is good because these people are still sober. When you have power and you are inside there, you are not sober.
It's corrupted.
Yes. So you can't do things very well.
I agree.
Look at that.
Yes.
So we just thank God. So I look at what Trump has said. Trump is just bringing sanity to America.
Yes.
It's called sanity.
He talked of restoring back.
No, that is sanity. People, when they get a lot of money in the pocket, they get a lot of education, they get a lot of everything, they think that now they are God. They want now to think God is nothing. So they want to do what they want. God has made you a man. They want to make you something else. Then they make a strong man with strong muscles to go and compete with the ladies who their gender does not have those capacities. And you want to tell me that what is not there. And then people there are watching. This man is competing with this lady.
Ladies, you are a man.
And you are there and you are an American. You are sick. Let them not try here in Kenya. We will get you out of the track. Mwanaume umeenda unangangana na watoto msichana yangu. I have my young daughter here, my granddaughter here, Taylor. Nikuta kanakimbia, then another boy amewekwa hapa ati kulingana na sheria ya transgender. Nitamtoa kwa hiyo line. Siwezi kuumiza mtoto yangu anaumia na wewe. You can't. That's rubbish.
Yes.
And those are the things. So to me, I feel America has done a very good thing. Having such a man in power. That's my day. Huyo ni buti yangu. Trump is my guy. Trump is my guy, I'm telling you. Yes. And I like it. He said anajua tu kuna jenda ngapi? Na hata Bible tutaonako kitu ingine hapo. There are how many genders? Hata kwangu ninatembeanga hiyo area yangu naonanga tu ng'ombe, ninaona tu mbuzi.
Yes, indeed.
Two genders, birds, niko na ng'ombe, niko na nini, have birds in the home. Zote genders ni mbili tu.
Hata wakati wa Noah
aliambiwa tu chukua moja kike moja, ingiza mbili. Hakuna hako ya tatu ya ine ya tano kama hii America ya California hii ya Hollywood hii. That's why I don't watch anything to do with Hollywood. I don't, because I know where they're coming from, where they are going.
Where they're going.
Na juzi walikuwa wanalalamika ati watu wanasema ati mbona mnatulaumu ati moto wa Mungu imetuchoma. Why are you killed? Why are you saying? Kwa nini mnasema mnyamaze tu kama it is not true? Why if it's not true, why are you now hard? Kwa nini mnasikia vibaya wamesema kwamba Mungu amewashawachoma?
Actually, Bishop concerned the fact because it also happened, I think, while you were away. So that it was a serious one.
No, it was serious. Huh?
It was
serious. And evidence is very clear that those houses. Kwa nini sinachoma na sinaja kanisa tu SDA
iliacha pale.
Nyumba ya church nyingine pale inaachwa. Na zingine na vitu vingine zinachoma. Why?
How can we interpret that?
No. It is not God who did it, but it's God allowed it. He didn't do it, but he allowed it to happen because he had power to stop it, but he watched it happen.
So it's not God who did it.
Sio Mungu, lakini aliona ana uwezo angebadilisha upepo iende pande hii na isimamishe. But he didn't stop it. Because do you know that before that in Hollywood they had voted.
Yes.
They had something they called voting and everything. And then at the end of this one got so many kuras, so much good, and they say that God got nothing. God, I got nothing. Wacha moto ikuje na niangalie. So mtajua I got something. It was announced and the people laughed, wakakejeri Mungu, wakakejeri yeye, na ikachoma.
I saw that.
Wakakejeri Mungu na ilichomba. Mpaka watu wamekuja kuwasaidia ndio ikasimamishwa ni Waisraeli. Israel had to come and step in to stop the fire.
Israel.
Yes.
It was that.
See in America? No. The people that brought the solution in America is high. And nobody will say it, nobody will admit it in America, but it was Israeli. A full stop country compared to America, which is big.
It's good. A very small radius.
Very small. It's a drop in America. Lakini sasa ndio inakuja kuwasaidia because wanakejeri Mungu. Na Kenya tusiende hapo. I'm warning Kenya, msiende hiyo area. Masomo yenu hiyo sio Mungu. Masomo yenu mliosoma na hiyo pesa mlio nayo and those great wanasiasa mlio nayo, please don't go that area. Utahatarisha nchi. Msiende. I know some of you have gotten the money from there, from those LGBTQs, and I know that's what is in the universities and many places, and now they are panicking because where the money used to come from is now gone. Try another day and then mulime, go and do a legitimate thing. That will help people.
Bishop, maybe before we sum up on the same topic, because you see many leaders have been silent on the issue of homosexuality, and maybe a number of African leaders later on, after Trump was very firm and offered that directive, he was very categorical. And you see some other African leaders later on came and supported it.
That's why I'm not a Ugandan. I know Museveni has his own weakness, but he's my hero.
Yes.
Museveni said, I'm going to put two men inside the room.
Yes.
I'll give them whatever they want, food, whatever, everything. If they come out with a baby, then we will talk about homosexuality. I mean LGBTQ. But so long as hakuna mtoto tu akitoka na wao nasema huyu ndiye amezaa na huyu ndiye baba yake. From there nikikuta tu kale katoto namna hivi. Ninawaambia hii kitu iendelee hapa Uganda. But until that wasipotoka hapo na mtoto mimi nitakuwa mbaya na sana na wao. Na akasema when I will see Biden has divorced his wife and gotten another man and they are living together, husband and wife, it's when I'll talk it in Uganda here.
But for now we identify man and woman.
This is somebody, people who have a stand, people who are conviction. Sio watu ambao wanaenda tu mtu akikuonyesha pesa, you say what they are saying. You are swayed by money.
I see.
You are swayed by money.
Because we have seen flags had started being raised in a number of areas here in Africa to do with the homosexuality.
And even looking like South Africa had agreed. Unajua walipitisha South Africa.
They agreed.
They have agreed on that. So unajua America imewaamalia na hivi. Some of those things, AIDS zile nini because America is going to cut down. If you are any country that like Ghana, unajua walikubali na wakapewa pesa mingi sana. So money in Ghana is very strong. But evil money. Because it's being brought in by those societies. So what are we going to have? I am so glad in this country that although we almost agreed, but we didn't. We almost. In fact, there are some politicians who are mata inateremuka hizo pesa vile they will come vile watasikula.
But we thank God for the strong religious leaders who stand firm and said like here in Kenya we won't allow it.
No, we can't. We are so glad. I'm so glad. At least for the next coming 4 years, we have a voice from America adding on our voice. But even after that, we will have gone stronger that nobody will convince us. It will be done when we are not alive. Kama sisi. Lakini tukiwa hai, hiyo ifanyike.
Bishop, I want you to pass a message, maybe for those who propel that agenda of homosexuality. Number one,
it is sin. The book of Romans refused. He said they refused to use their natural. They perverted. It's a perversion. It is showing something is lacking in your brain. If animals don't do that, why should somebody who has a human being who has got brain to reason, who is made in the image of God, is like this? You went to school, you know this thing. Kufundisha biology. Why are we having biology in school? When biology has never said, biology has never told us this thing. Tulisoma nature study, tukamaliza nature study, tukaenda general science, tukamaliza alafu tukaenda biology. From biology tukaenda zoology. Kusoma tu sasa animals. Why didn't we get this thing if it was there? Why didn't we? Yani masomo yetu hii tulisoma kumbe we were half baked if we didn't learn this in school. So we are not qualified. So our doctors are not qualified. Our president and our watu waliosoma kwa university hawaku qualified because there are some information they didn't get. So it has now been brought right now that biology now has to be changed. Books have to be changed to include. Kuna watu wengine hawajui gender yao ni nini, plus.
Many pluses.
Isn't that abusing everything that we know? Abusing the human beings who are there, the brains that were there. So these zoologists, these scientists that have grown up, they are very big. They are half-baked. There are some things they didn't know. Oh no. So I want to say that is actually a retrogression. We are retrogressing in ourselves. And we don't want that. Let's go ahead. Let's know that this is it. And if somebody for this kunaweza kutokea mtu afike hali kama hiyo, one, there are reasons that can do that. Number one, if they are exposed to radiations that will bring what we call mutation in the body, they can bring anomaly. Let it be treated as an anomaly. It's not a normal thing.
True.
Don't create a class for sickness.
And like qualified.
Is huyu ni mgonjwa alafu mnataka mtengenezee klasi ya wagonjwa. How do you do that? That is mnamweka katika kategori mbaya.
Treat that sick.
Huyu ni mgonjwa anatakiwa asaidiwe. How do we stop it, or how do we prevent such things to happen to people, because it's an anomaly. It has happened. Mutu, maybe one of the congenitals did not form very well for some reasons. Let it be medically or surgically be repaired, and let him remain in the gender that is required. If he's a lady, let it be a lady. If he's a man, don't put their hormones and change so that somebody is confused. The body is a male and then the hormones are female. This person is confused. One day wakati ataanza kuleta shida, anaruka kwa nyumba akiuma watu na akikula nyama yao. What are you going to say? You will become now, you will put there and say there are human beings who are vampires.
They should eat flesh of others.
Yes.
So
we are headed in a wrong direction. We are headed in a wrong direction.
Problem should be dealt.
No, it has to be dealt. When somebody is sick, they will let us know he's sick. Don't create agenda for them.
Like it.
If it is a deviation that has been caused by something, let the medical science try to determine what has caused this. Where did it come from? How can it be prevented? And the ones which are there, how can we be treated? It should be some concern, not legislation.
People that have gone to school to learn, have knowledge on like often the medical solution.
Yes, so that don't bring in a legislation. This is not a legislative issue.
Yes.
It's supposed to be legislation. This is supposed to be a medical thing to be corrected.
True.
So legislators, wanasiasa, they want to poke their nose everywhere. Hata kitu ambayo ni ya daktari wanataka kupeleka mapua yao.
Tupeleke bunge tujadiliane.
Yeah, we go to bunge tujadiliane. Kuna huyu mtu mapua yake haikai vizuri. What's that? Politics is not everything to control everything. No, they should be stopped. And that's why we as a church and as a people that love God and read the Bible, we know that's a lie from the enemy to distort the minds of people, and their intention is to bring atheism. That is where atheism, that's the root of atheism. And that's why a country like Kenya, we supposed to be so pitied that we can legislate kitu ambayo inasema mnapewa certificate, mtu anasema hakuna Mungu. That is a big mistake we have done in this country with the legislation in this country. And I think there is a lot of backwardness coming in. That we need to have leaders who are progressive, who are broad-minded. They find a problem, they must look for a solution. You don't go shortcut because we don't know what we can do with them. Let's create for them a class.
We legislate each and everything.
And let's go to the bunge. Let's go and tutadili tuweke sheria kipengele.
Bishop,
but that's a serious thing, Timo. It's a very serious thing, and I mean, thank God for Trump. Thank God for Trump. Now everybody, their heads are now up like this. Those who are borrowed, those who are with the money in the pocket, now they are shaking.
True, they're really shaking.
They are shaking.
Because money maybe has already used.
And they are going to trace that money.
Yes.
Trump will trace that money slowly by slowly. And Kenya, and I'm sure we are very worried because about kama tuliikula.
It must be accounted for.
Yeah. Sasa tunaangalia hivi tunasema huyu mtu ni mbaya. Ni mbaya sababu wewe ulikula. Msema anaonea wa Kenya, anaonea nyinyi ndio mmefanya atuonee. Nyinyi ndio mmefanya Trump anaenda kuonea Kenya kwa sababu mlifanya vitu mbaya. If you had done the right thing, you will not be panicking right now the way you are panicking.
Bishop, I know there is much to talk about as far as leadership is concerned.
No, you had said something. You had said something about the WHO.
WHO, because of the funding. You see, he has said they have actually withdrawn from supporting or funding the WHO.
Is it for a time or
maybe
blanket?
Decision made, maybe something mentioned on.
Yeah, 3. Like he said, of course, he said until they have ascertained accountability. Let's say maybe 3 months or so. Hawatapata mshahara unawaenda nyumbani. But for just agree ulikuwa unafanya kazi kwa kitu mbaya. Like, we must just agree. Umepatikana na kitu ya wizi. So haukuiba.
Lakini umepatikana nacho.
Si wanakushika. Sheria ya Kenya inasema namna gani? Itakushika found with the stolen goods. Hiyo ni sheria. So kama sisi tumepatikana na mgono mbaya na vitu ambayo si mzuri na WHO ndio imetupatia, let's agree WHO imetufanyia mbaya. Haikutueleza vizuri ya kwamba this is what they are doing. But WHO has zimekubaliana na Bill Gates na zimefanya vitu mbaya. Let's agree. Wametoa vaccine ambazo zilikuwa mbaya. Hata wametoa madawa na nini ambazo zinaleta shida kwa infertility. Kupunguza uzao wa Afrika kwa sababu tunazaana sana. That is not a secret. It is there. And I'm not saying what I'm saying because it's the Americans who are discussing this. True. And by the way, Bill Gates is going to court. The Netherlands wamemshtaki tayari.
So we expect to see him.
Atafungwa na rafiki yake, kuna rafiki yake hapo. Na which is the vehicle they were using? WHO.
So they collaborated.
That was the vehicle because it's already there. The system is already in place. Wametengeneza. So wewe kazi yako tu ni kuweka kitu na kitu ina flow. System is there. WHO.
Yes. We use it. It propels us to wherever we want to.
Yeah.
I see.
So it is there. The system imetengeneza. Why do you make another one? What is the system? WHO.
Yes.
Nataka madawa ya hii pachi namba fulani iende Kenya. Hii iende nini?
Yes.
Hii mzuri hii iende US, iende UK. Na hii mbaya peleka Afrika. Maliza watu wanazaana sana.
We have seen it from the COVID time when
it is there.
COVID was not affecting Africans.
Wakashangaa sana kwa nini Waafrika hawakufi? Why? Why Africans don't die? Yes. Mungu anatutetea sababu hatuna pesa. Hatuna oxygen. Sasa ile tunatumianga ni yake.
Yes.
Ile aliwacho hii. Tunaona hii ndio tuko tunayo. Hizi zingine za kutembea nayo kwa mfuko we don't have. Thank God.
Amen.
They got surprised. So they began to research what is in a black man that makes them resistant. Very strong against this. No, it is God. It's not the black man. It is God who is sympathizing with us, having mercy on our people.
He knows our ability.
Oh yes. Anaona watu wanaumia. Ndio namna gani? Yes. It is God, bwana. It is not Gideon Ngozi. It is God. No. Tunaona hata vile mnafanya mnatujenga hata mnatudanganya mnatupatia vitu fake na tuna survive because God is helping us. Mnatunyima pesa anything. World Health Organization, okay, IMF try to do everything, mnatupiga fine, mnajua mnaleta na change weather, climate change, mbadilishe climate hata yetu imekuwa affected, lakini Mungu anatusaidia. We are doing well. We surviving. That's a God we serve. It's a God we serve. And that's why please love this God. If you are listening and watching us, this God has helped us.
Yes.
If it were not for his mercy, we would have been consumed. Where would we be? We would have been consumed alive. But there is a God. He defends us, he defends us, he defends us, and is defending us up to today. And he will continue because he never changes. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. I'm praying for our government. And I'm praying for the president, I'm praying for the deputy president, God to give them wisdom.
Yes.
To align themselves with God. Don't align themselves with people. Even if you are supporters and are politicians and they are against God, please, chunga sana. Align yourself with God if this country has to survive very well.
Align yourself
with God. Because you can't go against him and survive.
That has been seen. Was it in Los Angeles?
Yes.
Yes.
The biggest country. In fact, I was listening to Trump say that it is a shame that a country like America can fight fire for this long, and many people lose many things at this fire. And he says we are going to build it again. It's a shame it will never be done again.
Yes.
And it can only be that way, that it will not be done again, if there is a change of the people in Hollywood to give God 0 and to give themselves 100%.
Good.
But if they don't, a worse thing will come. And God will be watching it like this.
Yes. There is a need for regeneration.
They need to consider and know that they are not the final. They are not the man should never think he's a self-made. This is self-reliant. We rely on God and one another. On God and one another. Anytime you feel you are on your own and you are doing that, you are already in a dangerous zone. Something will hurt, something will knock you off. That's how Saul was knocked off the horse. When he thought he was going to kill the Christians in Damascus, he came out of the horse on the ground. It doesn't matter how big, how tall your horse is, you find yourself on the ground. Doesn't matter what it is. Oh, Timo, I'm telling you. So right now, I agree with the former president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta.
I remember when Obama came here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. We have our own way of living. We have so many things at heart. We cannot go into that area of LGBTQ. Akayepa. He left it. Recently also former president said munalilia nini na pesa ni America sio yenu. And I like that statement. Let's work for ours. Tufanyie pesa yetu, tufanye kazi tupate pesa yetu, na tusikule vile tunafanya corruption, tuiweke kwa kazi na ifanye kazi. Amerika wameweka pesa yao kwa kazi na imefanya kazi. Sasa tunalilia, tunasema Trump ni mbaya, ametunyima pesa. Mliweka huko ngapi? Timo, how much money have we put in America? Sasa Trump amekatalia.
Totally zero. I don't think
amekatalia pesa ya nani? You ask him.
Is there anybody that
hii pesa ana withdraw ni yenu mlikuwa mmeweka Amerika alafu akalete ama ni yao? What are we talking?
Yes.
Which kind of thinking is that? You find a whole leader, a big leader, mtu mkubwa, unafikiria hiyo pesa mlipeleka Amerika lini? When did you take the money there? Tell me, ulitumia njia gani?
You have been denied money.
Na ni America.
Let us work, generate our own money.
Leaders, please.
Yes.
Sit us together, sit us down. Leaders, sit us down. Let us have a conversation. It is where we are.
Yes.
How do we deliver ourselves from where we are?
I see.
How do we deliver us? Let us sit down. This is our predicament. This is our situation. How did we find ourselves here? Let's trace our way back. When Kenya shilling was 20 shilling for a sterling pound. Let's trace